Hello and welcome to the training on how to fill out a surplus request through the Surplus Request Management System, also known as the SRMS. It can be found at this address here. I'll be using our test system to show you how to fill out the surplus request. You start by logging in with your login ID and password, which should be sent in an automatic email to you once you're signed up through the system. If you'd like to request login and password, there's contact information here. Let's log in. We have two types of requests, a standard request and a vehicle, trailers, and heavy equipment request. The standard request is for most things like desks, chairs, tables, and industrial equipment like mills and lathes. The vehicles, trailers, heavy equipment, that's reserved for items that might be titled or have ownership documents. So cars and trailers, some outside forklifts, maybe a gator, things like that. So we'll start by creating a vehicle request, and then we'll come back and do a standard request. But I'll take you through the whole process with the vehicle request. So just click on the vehicle request. You'll see all the required fields have a red asterisk by it. This agency authority number is for your records. So internally, if you wanted to keep track of an item, you just put whatever number would help you with that. Submittal type. If you're going to send it to us, you can click on Send to DES. The system was created to where you could use it internally as well and for your own inventory. But most of these you're going to send to DES. Now, if you'd like us to sell it at your location via an online auction, you can select Yes to sell on site. If you'd like us to pick it up, or if you want to bring it to us, you select No here. Then enter in your contact information. And if you have an alternate contact that you'd like to enter in, you can do that as well. Put comments to us in the comment box here. We'll be able to read those comments when we're approving the request. Select what vehicle type. So there's several different ones here. You can just see. And we'll start with doing an SUV vehicle. And this budget code, if you want it coded to go back to a certain budget with your agency. You can either save as a draft or review and submit. We'll click review and submit. And you can search through here and then submit for surplus approval if it's what you were hoping. If not, you can go back and edit it. We'll click on submit for surplus approval. Now we're trying to look at these within 24 hours, so within one business day. So if it got submitted on a Friday, we try to get back to you by close of business on Monday. There are some things that might hold that back, whether we're discussing with you sales options, but most of them we'll try to do within 24 hours. And now you can go back to your main menu, and here is that request that was just submitted. And you can review it if you'd like. Close. Now we're going to go ahead and approve that, and I'll be back. And we're back, and you can see that this surplus request that we just submitted has been approved. You can view it. Down at the bottom, there's some information about our approval, the person who approved it, what action it is, whether it's will pick up. There could also be dispose sell at org, which would be for, say, an online auction from your location. Or if it was something that you were scrapping from your location, it'd say dispose sell at org and have in parentheses ORG. Then we put in staff comments that you can read through. This is our way of communicating with you the next steps. So we'll hit close on that. Now let's do a standard request. The standard request is a lot like the vehicle request, except you can request multiple items per request, whereas the vehicle and equipment, you can only request one at a time. So in the standard, request, you have again the agency authority number for your own records. Select send to DES if you want to sell it on site. Then you click a yes, or if you want us to come pick it up or you'll bring it to us, select no. Fill out contact information. You have an alternate contact as well. Fill in the comments. Now you can add line items. So say you want to do a desk. Select a category, subcategory. And say you have 7 desks. Click over here, add. And now you want to turn in some tables. Tables, and 8 of those. And say computers. Computer equipment. Computer. 9 of those. And add. When you're done adding lines, you can do as many lines as you want. When you're done adding lines, click on Review, Submit, or you can save it as a draft. We'll click Review, Submit, and we're reviewing it. Looks good. We'll click on Submit for approval. And again, same message as what we had for the vehicles, trying to get to them within 24 hours. I'll go ahead and approve this one, and we'll be back. It has a surplus approval number assigned to it. You can view it, and at the bottom is our staff comments and who did the approval. After an item sells, you may want to look at sales information, and so we have a couple ways to do that. One is the sales and proceeds report, which you can click on, and you can search for items either by our surplus approval number, your agency authority number, the voucher document, that's the number for the electronic fund transfer, or the request approval date or sales date. I'll just search for sales date for a demonstration and click on search. This report will come up. You can see the past sales transactions by transaction date in the left-hand column, and we have several columns here. You can export this to a variety of places. We'll do Excel and open up that file. Now you can see the past sales data for all of your items. Some of the main columns here are the description of the item, what it sold for, how much money was sent back to your agency, what our surplus approval number was, what your agency authority number was. They also have the license plate, VIN, and your make and model, and then the voucher document it was sent on and when that was sent to your agency. Another way to get the sales data for a specific document would be going here and opening up one of these documents that is sold, or you can go over here to the search and search by surplus approval number. We'll do that for this demonstration. Click on Go, and at the bottom you'll see the sales information, what transaction number, what the item price was, any selling costs we had. Normally what would be here for vehicles is when we report it to the Department of Licensing, there's a charge for that. So we charge that back to the agency, and then the amount of proceeds that were sent to you and when they were sent. That about wraps it up for the surplus request management system. One other thing that we do is send automatic emails at various steps along the way. Here is an example of one that we did an approval for today. So this was generated when the surplus request was approved. You see your agency authority number, surplus approval number, and some other information on here. We also send these automatic emails when our driver picks up, and if for some reason we need to cancel the request, you'll get an automatic email with that. And if there's further action that's needed, you'll see an email. And also any new users that we add in, they'll receive an automatic email with their username and password. Thank you for joining us.